This is the second part of the video about the requirements for visa, and where I talk about cost of living and health insurance and so forth. I'm going to first explain and modify that 1 year visa, because when I went and changed, there is an addition to it which doesn't include me. I got the 1 year visa, and but the ones who apply after March 1st of 2019, for them there is another additional requirement, which is, here's how it used to work before. First, you gotta have the money in the bank 60 days, 800,000 baht, and then they start you off with a 90-day non-immigrant visa. It's kind of like a provisional 90 day. Before the 90-day ends, then you got to show again you got 60 days that 800,000 baht in there. That's why it kind of makes it 5 months, because you got 60 days before, you got 1 month to move it around, and then another time 60 days got to be, the account's got to be above 800,000 baht. So it's total 5 months until you're applying for the 12 months, 1 year non-immigrant or type or retirement visa, whatever they call it. The way I've been having it, once I get that 1 year, then I can do whatever I want with the money, because every 90 days I just have to report to the immigration office, show that I'm in the country, and they revise my passport and make sure I've been a good guy, I don't have anything pending and so forth. And that's it. Very quick thing. No copies, no quick, nothing. Now, the person for the first 90 days also has to bring a statement, still has to have the account over 800,000 baht. So that was 5 months before. Now in addition to 3 months, that's a total of 8 months. You get a 1 year visa, every 3 months you have to report. That means after 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. After the 3 months, you have to still have the account over 800,000 baht. After 6 months and the 9th month, the other two, you have to show that the account is over 400,000 baht. And then comes again, if you want to renew, there is no sense of renewing. You have to apply again. You have to do everything again. So you have to show that the money is there 2 months in advance, 60 days, and 800,000 baht, and get another 1 year. So, yeah, a lot of people don't like that. They say, why? We're here spending money, and why are they making it tough on us? You know, I'm just a messenger. I just told you the new addition to it, but I believe the reason is to cut down on the corruption, because they were selling these 1 year visas for more money, like about 18,000 baht, including the multi-entries going back anytime you want and so forth, for around 18,000 baht, and without having the 800,000 baht at all. So now that you have to go every 3 months and show a bank statement, that wouldn't serve the person to buy the money the visa under the table. So that's I believe what the reason is, and but I'm not the one to tell you what the reason is or not. I just informed you. And next time around that I want to get a 1 year visa, it probably would apply to me also. But this time around I'm grandfathered in. That means I can still go back, just show a passport and no bank statement. So, what else I want to tell you? On the other type visas, I'm not very practical in a 10-year one. Now there is, they sell visas in all sorts of shapes. You know, here it is. The shop next to immigration will arrange a business visa for you for, if you got the money, regardless of your age. 5 year for 500,000 baht, 10 year for 800,000 baht, and 20 year for 1 million baht. But that's what you pay. That money will be gone. It's not a deposit. So the other way around is a lot of people do is a tourist visa, 2 months, 60 days. Get it from your own country, from outside, Thai consulate outside of the country for $40. come in the country and you get one time 30-day extension for 1900 baht, which is around $60. Gets you $100. Will get you 90 days. After that, then they have to go outside Thailand after 90 days. Go to a neighboring country, will make a trip anywhere. Do the same route again. What's another way? Many different ways. Oh, you can get an educational visa, enroll in any type of school. Any other type of school. I heard even cooking qualifies.
Huh.
Didn't you tell me cooking?
I
But
think
actually, I wanted to enroll in school to learn, but the schools arrange you the visa if you visa with classes. There are schools that arrange you the visa and you don't have to go to classes. You got to pay more. And if the school you want to go actually learn time without a visa, it costs the least. So that's another. Now, cost of living issue. Here's another thing I forgot to tell you. Very important to get a good contract. Now, when you get a contract on a condo for a month, 2, 3, or a year, you're responsible to pay for electricity and water, correct? Okay. Here's the catch. People, when they're here, they don't know how much it's supposed to cost and all that, and it's like it's a given. Oh, we pay for electric anyway. What happens is all landlords, they resell the electricity to you. The electrical company charges 4 baht, actually 3.9 baht per kilowatt, and the landlords will sell you anywhere from 7 to 10 baht per kilowatt. Therefore, they make money on it. After I was here for a while, and whenever I wanted to rent, I said, I only pay 4 baht. I told them very nicely, you're in a business to rent the apartment, you want more money, let's negotiate the rent. They're not, in my opinion, they're not in business to sell electricity. They do the same thing with water. Water, the water company charges 25 baht per cubic meter, and then their landlords will resell it to you to whatever they want, up to 35, 40 baht per cubic meter. Anyway, where I live, we pay we pay exactly what the electric company and the water company charges. We pay 4 baht per kilowatt of electricity and 25 baht per cubic meter. So we're all good and straight. But I think it's important. It's you think, oh, it's not going to be much money, but to me the principle of it is incorrect. That's another thing. And to modify the last thing about the food. Why it's not the fact that I said you got to make your own food. Mainly, it's not really to save money. It happens to save you money, but the two reasons are, first reason is because here is one of the most difficult tasks is get away from MSG, because it'll get to you. That's number one. Number two is all restaurants outside use tap water to cook with. They cook the rice, the dishes that go on top of rice, the soups, everything with tap water. And nobody drinks tap water. We all drink, even the poorest people, they drink filtered water. There are filter machines that would give. You can take your bottle and it'll fill it up for 1 baht, 3 cents per liter. So if you're gonna, if you don't want to drink bottle tap water, I think it would make sense to put it in your food, because that once it evaporates, it's actually the concentration of the dissolved solids inside the water will actually be double. And in the water in here, there is white residues. There is a white residue of calcium salt. So that's those are, now once in a while, it's not a problem at all. But as a routine, as a principle, I think to me it's not correct. That's why habitually I eat the food that I make. But it would have been wonderful if, like today, for social gathering and so forth, to be able to eat out anytime you want. But if I do, I eat European American food. It usually does not contain water. It's usually steak, pizza, uh, things like that, and no MSG in the European American food. The Thai people think it's not part of the recipe. But once in a while, with Thai people, it's not that important. And topic of the health insurance, we'll have to actually get more detail in another video. I'll have to show you some hospitals, the detail of the health insurance and so forth. Last time I told you that I pretty much go by as I go, because I looked into the health insurance a few years ago. It happened that the pretty lady in the health insurance that took a liking of me, she inquired about me through my teacher, my Thai teacher, and so yeah, we all got together. And so I went to her, and just to see what she's got to, what she works and so forth. She showed me all the insurance rates and so forth available for expats, and I noticed the best. It comes to be a better deal when you go over 50, particularly over 55, but definitely before 60. And they all generalize everybody together. There is healthier, unhealthier people, same rate. Therefore, somebody who needs a lot of medical care gets a better value. Somebody who's hardly anything going to go wrong with them doesn't get much of a value. Now, everybody's different. You got to know your own self. I personally have insurance on vehicles, so as far as the road, that would be the only risk. And I drive really on the rural roads. Even if I go shopping for food, I go even further away from town. So it's very low traffic, and sometimes actually very early hours, and there's hardly any traffic there. And everything else I do, my activities are all at home. I work out of home. I don't have to go drive to work or back. My exercise is right around the facility is right around my home. And quite frankly, I've never had in my life, thankfully, I've never had any internal problem. The only time I had to see doctor is when I had sports injury, playing soccer. And even my most extreme was when I had a surgery of the Achilles tendon. But I had, as any athlete or soccer player, some knee problem, ankle problem, things like that. But never anything internally. Now, I also mentioned I do my blood test every 6 months. It's mainly for my exercise activities. I keep up with it because I've also had a background of studying. I double major in math and chemistry. I went 2 years in medical school, so I understand a little bit about those things. And the fact that my area of focus in math was probability and statistics, and I even taught biostatistics to the nursing students when I was in graduating. So I got a good, got a lot of knowledge on that field. So I use myself to play around and try to improve myself. I found a doctor who's actually an analyst in this area, and I discussed it with him, and he found, it happens to be, he was actually doing a lot of research in on heart. So, thank you. Sure.
Excuse me? Hot plate,
Hot plate. And so when I showed him my blood test and electrocardiogram, he noticed something interesting to him, that my ECG, electrocardiogram, is the QT interval, or QTC. Oh yeah. Oh, I can put here.
Yeah, you can put it here.
All right.
That's good.
Okay, this is Chateaubriand.
Feels good coming up. You holding this.
Huh?
Right here is the potatoes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. It's very good.
So it became of his interest to keep up with me because he said, I have a very young heart. And I asked him exactly how young. He said, you have a heart of around a 34, 38-year-old full-time athlete. Because of my QT interval, which is the, if you Google it, it'll tell you it's the time when the heart pauses, and I have a very low rate, low heart rate, around 54 to 60, and a QT interval around 385 to 395. So it shows a very strong heart that pumps very strong per beat. So he was very excited. He said, "Let me. What do you do for exercise? What do you do this, do that?" So I said, as a matter of fact, I log in my exercise, what I do, swimming, running, this much, what day, what time, how many minutes. It's all logged in. I can get a copy of it for you. So he didn't, and he likes to get that. He actually now he does it for me. He has a machine himself. He does it for me, complimentary, and many other heart tests because he claims that he is in communication with all the research and he's one of the top researchers in the world in the in that field. So that's all my areas of interest, and I spend about $1,000 a year on average, about 100 a month on health things, tests and supplements and this and that. So that's my. Everybody's got some areas of interest. Charlie spends a lot on cameras. He just buys a lot of different cameras, and if he doesn't like it, he gives it to me. So, which is great. But everybody finds and eventually has some area that spends or entertains. And I so told you, entertainment is the cost here. The food and stuff. Like this is entertainment. This food, sure, because we're out here and enjoying. Anything you do other than basic cost is considered entertainment, and it's gonna be around nearly European American prices with about 25-30% discount, which makes everybody feel good. So on another future episodes, we'll go over topic of MSG, how you can avoid it, what things have it and what things don't, and also do get more in detail about the qualities of the hospitals, healthcare, and maybe if I can get more detail on the insurance. But I think online you may be able to get your quotes and things yourself, just as well as anybody else. So I would. Well, hope you got everything was informative to you. The main thing was that the additional thing on the visa since March 1st, 2019, they want you to keep a certain that minimum balance, and I'll see you another time. Oh, by the way, I'm going to show you a video of a clip from a friend of mine that lives very simply in a condo for $200 a month. Very nice, humbly, fine, and I hope you enjoy it.